How you doing? This Evangelist John Dye from evangelistjohndye.com and heartministriesonline.com. Um, if you want to get a hold of me, write me a letter. P.O. Box 722, Mishawaka, Indiana 46546. And I want to just say happy holidays to everyone during this holiday season. We know it's been tough right now, but hang in there, and we're going to get to the good stuff in just a minute. By the way, make sure that you go to my website and evangelistjohndye.com and get these books. 101 Great Recipes, a cookbook by Chef John Dye, help you during the holiday season. And the spiritual book, Your Personal Destiny, a Complete Guide by Evangelist John Dye, a masterpiece to help you with your spiritual internal well-being. Now, saying all that, let's get right to it. This tape is called It's About Time. And it's about the public and the people having to wait so long for Donald Trump to be charged with all the crimes that he committed. Not just him, all those who went along with him, all those who looked the other way, knowing he was breaking every law known to mankind. Yeah, inciting the people into riots, to storm the Capitol building, corrupting everybody from the top to the bottom, and all those involved with it, from the president down to the Congress and the Republican politicians, down to the judges, down to the governors, the mayors, and even your local police, with all the killing of the people to keep this white supremacist movement going. It's nonsense, and like I told you this, it was going to happen, and now my every word has come to pass, because the truth is, if they wasn't going to put him in jail, should nobody be in jail? If you don't lock him up with all that he's done, committing treason against the Constitution of America, then should nobody be in jail? Matter of fact, let him out. Just saying. But let's get to it at hand. They've looked the other way far too long. We all know what happened. Everybody knows who's responsible. But yet, it shows you how they go along and look the other way for money and power. And that's part of the problem, my friend. Be careful that you're not trying to be something other than what God created you to be. Because if you keep on trying to be something other than what God created you to be, or change the world and make it far from God, you're going to find yourself in bad shape. And it usually doesn't end well, because you deceive yourself by following them. And Donald Trump's a perfect example of that. He didn't want to be a president. He wanted to be a king. He wanted to reign forever. He didn't want that. He didn't want to just come in and go out and try to do what was right. He was not of the people, for the people, by the people. No, he wanted to rule the people. And all the other ones that went along with him. All their racist rhetoric of trying to make this world white again, it's over. It's not going to happen. It's past time. It's about time they stood up and did something. Because if you're not going to judge your own, quit trying to judge everybody else. It's just the God honest truth. Now God done brought us to this point, and that's why I'm here with this message. And getting rid of the messenger is not the answer, because we can all see. And anybody that don't want to see, that's the problem. They just don't want to know the truth. But the truth is up close and personal in your face right now. That this man incited all these people. He went after everybody. And those who believed like he believed wanted to go along with him. They wanted to look the other way. And every time you asked them to do the right thing, they came up with an excuse, or ignored the question, or came up with a deflection, got on TV every day and talked all around the issue, and made themselves look like idiots for following somebody that was dead wrong in the sight of the people and the public. You know it's true. We all know it's true. It shouldn't have took this long. My friends, if black people they've been in jail. I just got to call it like I said. I hate to say that, but I got to say that. But we're going to get past that now and get back to reality. Now they got to look into all these Republican politicians that went along with him. Go down and look at some of these judges that went along with him. Go down and look at some of these governors that went along with him. Some of these mayors that went along with him. And some of these police officers wearing these uniforms that was running around killing everybody to go along with him. It's all there, my friends. And that's not even, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We can go on down and look at this inflation that came after that. That they raised all the prices on food and everything else to keep the poor and the rich richer. To do anything to hold on to power and money. They've corrupted the whole American society. They've corrupted the whole political process. They've corrupted the whole system. And the people and God are tired and fed up. And now it's time for the very thing I told you to happen. It's time to get rid of them. It's time for them to go. It's time to get them from top to the bottom. It's time for them to go so that the people can have some enjoyment in life. It's time for us to have equal justice. It's time for us to have equality. It's time for the people to make everything legal so the people can at least have enjoyment of life. That's what you need to do. Legalize some of this stuff so that people can have the enjoyment of life, because this other stuff is going to take a while to straighten out. The corruption is so deep and deep-rooted, and the racism is so deep and deep-rooted. They done took us back past the 60s. All those people were killed during the time of Martin Luther King, and now we get all the way up to my time, and since Trayvon Martin all the way up to George Floyd and past George Floyd, all those people killed. All for white supremacy, all for nonsense, thinking you're going to stop something. You're not going to stop nothing, my friend. If one thing you're going to stop, it's time to get y'all out of power and out of office and separate you from all this power and money, because it's nonsense. And you're making the people suffer. Raising the interest rate week after week after week to keep the rich richer and the poor poor. Knowing they just come out of a great crisis for the last few years. Knowing the people still haven't really recovered from that. But yet, there needs to be an outcry about that. Surely all the businessmen raising all the prices, all because they lost the election, all because they went out and tried to make everybody suffer so that they can hold on to everything after they already got everything. My friend, if that ain't a crime, I don't know what is. If what Donald Trump did ain't a crime, I don't know what it is. Them looking the other way, not wanting to do anything to him, if that ain't a crime, I don't know what is. All the politicians are scared to say anything about what he did. If that ain't a crime, I don't know what it is. The vice president, he talked about killing the vice president. The vice president is scared to speak up for himself. If that ain't a crime, I don't know what it is. It's cowardice is what it is. It's looking the other way, thinking that you're going to keep this white supremacist movement going. Those days are over. This is a mixed country, filled with different races of people that want to love each other and get along. We need more love and unity in this world and less power and corruption. And sooner or later the people, and they're starting to wake up, better realize that. And we need to find all those that's on the side of doing what is good and right in this world, and not on the side of a political party. Not on the side of trying to keep this world to themselves and have it all to themselves. Because it's not doing you any good. It's done corrupted you all the way down to your soul. Anytime that you look the other way and allow this man to run into the Capitol building, encourage these people to go into the Capitol building and have politicians hiding under their chairs. And then these politicians, same politicians that's hiding under their chairs, got to take this long to put this man in chains. This man should have been put in chains on the first day he did this. Everybody know that. But see, we need a stronger leader. We need somebody like me to come in there and make some changes. Yeah, John died for president. Pick me. Pick Bernie Sanders. Pick Elizabeth Warren. Somebody with a seriousness mind to go in there and rewrite this stuff and change this stuff. Because it's time and it's past time and it's about time for them to be held accountable for what they did and what they continue to do, all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom. My friend, this nonsense has to go. Now the question is, who is going to stand up and do the right thing and finally hold him and all the people that went along with him accountable? All the way down. Not just him, not just the Republicans, but some of these judges that was helping them keep on going and questioning the election and questioning the election. Going on down. Some of these governors that get on TV and talk crazy and talk like they want the white people that's going to run everything for the rest of their life, get them too. Going on down to some of these mayors with all this undercover racism. You can't halfway talk to them and tell them nothing. And the police officers wearing these uniforms that was running around killing these people. We all know it's true what I'm saying. Ain't no point in getting mad at the messenger for telling the truth. Let him who have an ear, let him hear what the truth is. What God is saying to you right now. You better make up your mind which side you on. There comes a time when you have to make up your mind which side you on. So that it can be for the people, by the people, of the people. And so the people can have some happiness and some enjoyment in life. But that's not going to happen until you stand up and hold these people accountable. And start making everything else legal so people can enjoy themselves and have some happiness in this world. And God done told me to tell you, after all those people I just named, don't forget the business people that raised all their prices to make the people suffer when they was coming out of a great crisis over the last couple of years. For them to raise those prices, gas and food and everything else, to make the people suffer, and to raise the interest rate time and time and time again, to make the rich richer and the poor poor, and say that's the answer to this problem. That's not the answer to this problem. The answer to this problem is bringing those at the top down and removing them from their positions and getting them out of office and getting them out of those positions, because those positions have corrupted their minds and corrupted their hearts, where they think they're going to rule forever, and we need term limits to get them out of there and put some new thinking in and put some young thinking in, or people that want to get along in this world and get that old thinking out of here, because it's over and nothing can stop it. Nothing can stop it. And I just want to close by saying this. I've come to show you love. I've come to encourage you and inspire you. I've come to let you know that someone cares about you, no matter what they say about you. It is time for love and forgiveness for those that want to do what's right. And it is time for accountability for those that want to take their money and power and position and oppress the people. It's time for them to go, and it's time for the people to rise up in some happiness, to make some of these things legal now, because locking people up is not the answer. Loving people is the answer. And we all can see that now. And if we don't see it, it's because you don't want to see it. Let us do what God has called us to do, and stop running from God and going away from God and trying to change every good thing that God has made in this world, to where all the boys and girls and men and women and people that's supposed to be doing the right thing is not doing any of the right things. That's what happened when you weed God out of the world. And America is a perfect example of it. My friend, happy holidays. Go to my website, evangelistjohndye.com. And like I said, contact me. You can get the information off the beginning of this tape. Get my books, put them in your house. Happy holidays. God bless you all. Amen.